Hey guys, today is Saturday, October 14th, so it kicks off the Friends and Family sale from Sephora. So I wanted to do a really quick informal video. I just came into my bathroom and I grabbed 10 products that are on my vanity that I feel like I reach for pretty regularly that I wanted to feature. I thought initially I would do some big like favorites video of Sephora products, but I realized there is just so much stuff I love from Sephora that I just didn't want to make a video of like 50 things and it just become too overwhelming. So I decided to limit myself to 10 items that I think would be really great to pick up on the sale. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Okay, I hope this looks good. I know the lighting in my bathroom is not the best. Maybe that helps. Okay, so I'm in my vanity. I just wanted to grab 10 products. I really wanted to limit myself to 10. Otherwise, this video would be an hour long and there'd be dozens of products. And I know that can be so overwhelming as a shopper and you're making your list. So I decided, Lisa, pick 10 products that you use pretty regularly, that you've been using for a long time, that you think are great buys for this sale. So that's what I have. I have 10 products. We're just going to go through them real quick. Okay, so I have 2 foundations. The first is the Josie Maran Vibrancy Argan Oil Foundation. This foundation is such a beautiful foundation. I've had this for quite some time. I think I want to say I got it when it came out, so a while. This foundation is like medium to full coverage. It doesn't have a super glowy, dewy finish, which surprised me. When this came out, I thought it was going to have a very dewy, luminous, glowy finish, which I'm not really a fan of. This just has a very natural, like hydrated, your skin looks healthy and beautiful type of finish. And it gives more coverage than I thought it would give. I actually did a review on this foundation back at least a year ago that I will link down below for you to check out if you want to see that. But I think this is such a beautiful foundation. I reach for this often for like special occasions, or not even really so much special occasions. It's such a pretty foundation. It actually wears really well throughout the day. I think there's this misconception that dewy foundations don't wear throughout the day, because in most cases they usually don't last as long as a matte. This one has really good wearability for more of like a dewy or glowy foundation. So that's a definite good buy, I think, to pick up if you are in the market. The other is a foundation that I raved about when it came out a while back, and I haven't talked much about it recently, but for a while I was loving this foundation. It's the Lancome Stick Foundation, and this foundation is a great for everyday foundation. It is extremely lightweight. It is so quick and so easy to apply. I mean, the only downfall about this foundation is I tend to go through it really quickly. Like I want to say a couple of months and I need a new stick, which seems to be pretty quickly considering other foundations will last me months and months. But anyhow, it's a very, very lightweight formula. I literally just apply it on my face like this, and I take like the IT Cosmetics foundation brush and it just disappears within seconds. It gives pretty up to medium coverage. It definitely doesn't give full coverage. It doesn't feel heavy, and it has a really nice type of finish. It kind of has like a natural looking finish. It's not really matte and powdered looking. It's not dewy and glowy. It's kind of somewhere in between, but it's a great foundation for every day because it's so quick and easy to apply. Then I have a few eyeshadow palettes. I have these 2 palettes by Anastasia Beverly Hills. These were actually custom palettes, so I purchased the 4 shadows and then you get the palette to put your shadows inside of. And I'm gonna link all the colors that I have, but honestly I want to talk more just about the formula of these eyeshadows because they are so good quality. Really high pigmented, very easy to blend. They're just a very great high quality eyeshadow. If you have not tried her eyeshadows before, this sale would be a good time to do that. Again, I'll link all the shades that I have below. They're all pretty wearable with the exception of like this kind of really green olivey gold here, which is still beautiful. Oh, it's so, look at that. It is so creamy and pigmented. It looks really chunky and glittery, but when you put it on, it's almost like a cream product. It's amazing. Very impressed with this quality, this formula of eyeshadows. Very, very impressed. So again, I'll link all the shades that I have down below, but of these 2 palettes, all of the formulas are really great and do not disappoint. So check those out if you haven't. Then I have this palette by Natasha Denona, which I've used in lots of tutorials and I've talked about a lot. I'm sure it's made a couple of favorites videos. It's the 5 palette that she has. So she has several different versions and shades, but it's basically 5 shadows. And I love this one. This is the palette 08 is the shade name, but I just love these shades. I don't really wear this one too much, but the other ones I absolutely love. I think it's Again, such a really great quality of formula, and they're kind of pricey. Like this one is $48, I want to say, or $50. So it's nice when they run sales because it's a great time to pick something like this up. Then I have two more palettes. I have this one by Buxom. Again, this one's custom made, but I feel like this eyeshadow brand doesn't get a whole lot of recognition on YouTube. I really don't hear too much about it, but I made this about a year or so ago, and every time I reach for it, I'm always like, gosh, why don't I reach for this more often? It's a really great quality of shadow, very like buttery and creamy and soft and pigmented, and they blend really easily and pretty affordable for Sephora prices. I think this was $40 and you get 6 eyeshadows and the palette, so that's pretty good. I think they're more expensive individually, but when you package them in a palette, I want to say it's like $40, so that's a great deal. And then this one is a little bit of a splurge. Okay, it's a big splurge. It's the Viseart Neutral Matte Palette, and I literally reach for this almost every single day. I always grab this as a brow highlight and then one of these two for the lid. I like to mix this one on the lid or the crease. I usually do this as lower liner or upper lash liner. It's just a palette that I tend to grab a lot, and believe it or not, I create full looks out of an all matte palette. And this one is $80, so when you can get it on a sale and get 20% off, why would you not? They have a lot of other palette shades. This is the only one I own. I do have a small Viseart palette that I recently picked up, and I'm still kind of forming my opinion of it. I don't know that I love the shimmer shades as much as I love the mattes, so I can't speak to the large shimmer palettes that they have. I can only speak to the mattes being really high quality and great, great formula. Okay, the next is this blush that I just cannot put down, and I actually got this free in a, like the birthday gift that Sephora gives you. It's the Tarte blush in the color Party, and I have been wearing this like non-stop for the last couple of months. It's such a beautiful shade. So if you've had a birthday and visited Sephora since, you've probably already got this in your vanity, but if you don't, I recommend this blush highly. It's just a really great blush that will look good on practically any skin tone, even more fair or darker skin tones. It's a matte blush, so it doesn't have a shimmer to it. It's just like the perfect rose shade. It's like this really neutral rose shade. I have it on today. Yeah, I can't really say enough about it. I just think it's such a great blush, so you can wear it in the summer or the winter. It really transitions all year long, so great blush. The next is this lip product by Bite Beauty. It's what I have on right now. It is the Bite Beauty lip crayons is what I think they are called. No, they're called high pigment pencils, but it's basically like a lip crayon, and I am completely out of this one, so I can't even roll it up anymore. This is the shade Bouquet, and it's just a really beautiful peachy pink. I like these because they are very highly pigmented, hence the name high pigment pencil. So they kind of give the same payoff that like a matte lipstick would, and the fact that it's really highly pigmented, the color stays on, but they are very hydrating, so they don't feel dry at all. As far as the way that they look, I guess they kind of look more like a matte lipstick. They don't have any shine to them, but again, they're not drying. They're basically like a really creamy matte lipstick is kind of what they are, but I like the shape of it because it's really easy to apply. You don't need lip liner. It's just a great product to grab daily because it's so quick and easy to apply, and you don't need to have a lip liner with it. And I don't even really feel the need to wear a gloss with it because it's very hydrating to my lips and it feels really comfortable on my lips. So usually when I wear this as the only lip product all day. So yeah, I really like this a lot. Next is the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. This is just a good staple. I use this every single day to set my concealer under my eyes. I like it because it's extremely lightweight and sheer, and it has like this tiny, tiny bit of like reflective, I'm gonna get fancy. It's like this tiny little micronized like light reflective properties. So when you look closely, you can see like the most subtle sparkle, but it's not frosty or shimmery or anything under the eye, so it's not gonna magnify texture. It's basically gonna play with light and just brighten up under the eyes. First, it's gonna set your concealer so that it doesn't crease or smudge, but then it's also gonna brighten up the eyes and give that really highlighted, but subtle, in a subtle way, just really awake look. You can actually set your full makeup with this if you'd like. I usually try and just keep it under the eyes and in the center of my face, but if you haven't tried the Secret Brightening Powder and you are looking for a good powder to set your concealer, I think that this is probably the best one that I've ever used. And the last product that I have is one that I reach for every single day. It's the Hourglass bronzer. I have the shade Luminous Bronze Light. I love this bronzer. It is a bit of a splurge. I wanna say, I could be wrong, but I wanna say it's in the $50 range. Maybe I'm wrong, but it's expensive for a bronzer. But it is the one that I reach for every day. This and the Physicians Formula, the Butter Bronzer, I reach for the two. The Butter Bronzer gives a more natural sun-kissed look. This has a little bit more color, so it doesn't quite look as natural as the Butter Bronzer, but anytime that I'm doing like, you know, eye makeup and blush and lips and all of that, I feel like this balances out the look really well. I just like the formula. A lot of it, again, it has very finely milled like shimmer to it, so it doesn't look shimmery or glittery on the face, but it just makes the skin look, it just gives the skin the most subtle glow so that it's pretty and not flat, but it's not going to be so shimmery that, you know, if you have oily skin or, you know, midway throughout the day, it looks muddy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just is the most subtle shimmer, so it just gives that glow from within look. But I really like this shade a lot. I can't speak to the others because I haven't tried this, but if you're like my skin tone or even a little darker, if you're lighter than me, you might want to go with a lighter shade than this one. I'm not sure if they have a lighter shade, but this one probably would be a little too dark for someone that's really fair. But either way, the formula is fantastic. So I really, really like this. And again, I would recommend getting this on an opportunity that you can get a sale and you get a discount on it. Okay, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's super thrown together and informal, but I've been behind on filming. As you guys know, I've had some things going on the last couple weeks and I haven't been able to film. And so I'm trying to get caught up. And I really wanted to do a video on this sale. But the more I thought about it, I was like, you know, I don't want to have a video with 50 products and overwhelm people. So let me just come into my bathroom and pick 10 products that I use pretty regularly that I think would be a great buy. So that's what this video was all about. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you plan on picking up in the comment section below. I will leave the details for the sale. The sale runs the 14th through the 21st. So today's the 14th. This will probably get up on the 15th. But you do need a code from a Sephora employee, and you do have to be of Beauty Insider status or higher. So just know that. So it's not like a code that I can leave in the description box. It's not like one code will work for everybody. It has to be, I think, a personalized code that you get from a Sephora employee. And I do believe that it's good for a one-time purchase. So I think that that means that you know, make sure you get everything you need in the first purchase, because I don't know if you can go back and use the code for additional purchases. However, I'm not sure if that means it's good for one purchase on one item or if it's just one purchase total. So I will see what I can find out, and I will leave all that information in the description box below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a fantastic week, and I will see you guys in my next video, okay? Bye.